Yeah, what's up with it? Do it cause I love it and I stuck with it. We ain't with the subbing in the cut with it. Please, none of the talks, I heard enough of it. Like, what you gonna do? Where you at? Who you with? You ain't really about this, don't talk about it. Really on the move, on the map, never slip. Keep your hands to your lips, don't talk about it. Real eyes, real lies all the time. Stand on it, if we said it, we don't walk around it. Loose lips, sink ships, red cup, blue strips, new phone, who this? No, we don't allow it. Really on go, I don't know what's an off day. Now we on road, came from smoking in the hallway. Now we got.
And we're back for another Friday. Jesus. We're back. Same person with the same shenanigans we can see. Now he up here looking like he Ray Charles. Y'all just say a prayer for me. But we are here and we are ready for tonight's episode. If you have not, please like, share, and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Hit the notification bell. Find us on Facebook and follow TikTok, IG, Spotify, Pandora, iHeart, Amazon, all those wonderful things that this wonderful podcast is on. Yes. As y'all see, we got D, the bestie co-pilot, in here tonight, about to work all of my natural nerves tonight.
I am TK's best friend. Glad to be here, man. What's up with your partner, man? Hey, look, I want to ask y'all to keep our other co-hosts in prayers. He's got some things going on. A bit under the weather, but keep him in prayers. Keep him lifted up. Send up well wishes, positive energy, whatever it is you subscribe to. Send that up for our co-host, D-A.
Yeah, I told y'all he been kissing them dirty girls. That's why he been sick for the last couple of weeks.
Oh, man, don't do my mans like that.
Why he was in there acting like
don't
he had that smoke.
like that.
They kissing them little dirty girls, like the old folks used to say. Yeah. So yes. So tonight, I was trying to see where the other little person was, but we do actually have a guest for tonight. But we will, before we get started. D, how was your week?
Man, look, my week is busy, around these parts that I reside in. We are voting for mayors, council members, and stuff like that. So, people get crazy around these times. So, I deal with that type of stuff. So it's been a little busy, but it's all good. No complaints. Busy, but I still make time for my best friend.
Yeah.
I'm laying it off big, boy. I told you I was going to do it.
Yeah, you did, Lord. But yeah, this week was a busy, kind of little stressful week, but it's Friday and I'm here and I'm showing up for tonight. So I'm thankful and grateful for that. I'm thankful to actually be able to have this topic tonight. I have been looking for somebody for this topic for a while. I actually would love to have somebody for the male version of this topic.
What you mean the male version?
All right. The male version of this topic. Don't play. So there go Cole. What we want to call her? Not our honorary. Our other co-host that shows up from time to time.
Look at how you're looking.
Yes, so we got Nate on this tonight with us. How was your week, ma'am?
It's always a good time when Nate's in the house. How was your week?
Busy, especially with my new schedule. Busy.
Yeah, well, these schedules these days, they're a little much adjusting, and then the schedule itself. So, yeah, that's a little thing. Yes. So, talking about, like I said, I love for a man to come on to discuss this version of tonight's topic. So, as we have been seeing in the news, a lot, especially in this last month, maybe last 2 months, a lot of domestic violence issues. Sadly, there are a lot of Black women being killed in these domestic violence issues and situations that's going on. I think everybody, well, most may be aware of the situation that happened last week um, with the 8 kids being killed. Um, Sadly, it's sad to see these kind of events that are going on um, in the world right now. Um, Definitely sad. So, um, to be able to have someone that has definitely been through it coming on tonight, um, open to talk about it. Like I said, I've had guests that would say they would come on and then they no show. So to be able to definitely have somebody to come on and talk about their experience um, and what they've been through, and even to be a survivor of the situation. Um, I'm grateful and thankful that I ran across her on a post that was about a domestic violence situation. Um, and just reached out to her. I was like, hey, I did not know that. Would you talk about it? She was like, sure. Cool, great. So tonight, we will bring a newbie, because she is new watcher, um, as well as a new person on this wonderful podcast. So tonight, we bring on AngelLeah.
Hello, everybody.
Hey,
Hey, how are you?
I am well, highly favored and blessed. How are y'all?
Good.
I'm well,
Cannot
highly
complain.
favored and blessed.
Glad to be here. Definitely
Absolutely.
glad to be here. Yes. So, like I said, thank you for coming on. This is definitely a topic that I've wanted to have from both sides for a while.
Yeah.
So, just for you to be open to coming on to tell your story and give us an insight on what you had, what you experienced, is we're very grateful for you. Before we get started, do you mind telling us how old you are?
I will be 27 in December.
Oh, Lord. I'm sorry.
Okay. All right.
You look
Thank
amazing.
you for that.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
It's the lot.
I think he
You know
thought
what I mean?
you.
It's the lot. Yeah.
I got something too, but mine are tied up right now. See, I had a bunch of them, but I need to retwist. So
Well, I do lots.
you're right.
Yeah, she does. She does. I was finna throw that out there because yes, she does. She has her lock.
Who said
business,
Lord?
so
What are we
she
calling
does
on the
do-
Lord for this early? Oh Lord.
So
we got
on him
to.
too.
we'll connect. So I love this topic, right? So this gives me inspiration because I can tell like about how you be doing me, like all these years, all the abuse I put up just being your friend and all that. So maybe I'll have the courage to tell my story one day. Back to AngelLeah.
But yet you're still here.
This is not about me. This is about AngelLeah tonight.
Okay. So
And she has a
we
beautiful
got
smile, and I love your locks, AngelLeah.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Jay
Hey,
is
Nate.
back.
Welcome back, Nate.
You came
I
back
gotta go
just
to
in
school. I'm
time.
sorry. You actually look better on there. That's more clear than what you were. So that's a good thing.
Okay.
Oh, thank you. I
Alright,
tried.
so-
Oh, that wasn't for me. That was sorry.
You. So AngelLeah, how did this situation begin? Walk us through that.
Okay, so my name is AngelLeah. I'm going to be 27 in December. I have several siblings, but we were adopted, me and one of my brothers, and we were born in Houston, We ended up in San Antonio, so we grew up there.
Okay.
We come from the foster care, CPS, foster home, house to house situation. And we ended up getting adopted by some very interesting people. That's a different topic for another day whenever y'all are ready to talk about different races adopting different races and how that messes some things up. So I say that to say this. We're going to skip forward. I ended up going back to Houston. I was like 17, ran away from home, and ended up there, basically fell in love with the boy across the street. And this man had, 2 kids already. Like, he's a little bit older than me. He was already, like 24. I was 17. So it kind of started with that. And I didn't really see any signs yet about the abuse that he was already hiding elsewhere behind the scenes with other people. It didn't start until we ended up living together. And I'm like 18 at the time. And it just started off with throwing things and name calling and the changes in the tone of voice and like just slamming things, not doing certain things anymore like they used to do in the beginning. And I was just like, oh, this is normal. This is whatever. First like real relationship at that. So I'm thinking this is what is supposed to happen. Mind you, I'm already coming from abuse already that I already ran away from. So I ran away from it, ran to it, which how you leave something, I've been told, is how you enter into the next thing. So that's kind of what happened. And he started to hit. He started to punch and kick and do all these different things to try to basically just see me belittled or just shrink me, basically, to make himself look bigger. He started to do it in front of people, and people were like, especially my coworkers, they're like, wait, what's going on? Are you good? Are you okay? I'm like, oh no, this is normal. This is fine. No, like we're good. I'll fix it later. We'll talk about it. It's fine. Not realizing it's not fine until I've over 2 years, like 2.5 years of taking it. I raised that 3-month-old baby when I met him till he was 3 years old. And I tried to leave and I went back. Nobody talks about how it feels to be somewhere so long where you're so used to something that when you get away from it, it doesn't feel right to be away from it. So now you're drawn back to it because that's what you know. And that's what kept like replaying in my mind. Like, well, I can't leave the kids there. I can't just not be there for them. I can't just, raise them and then leave them. Like, I can't do that. So I decided to go back after my coworkers dropped everything to take me and move my stuff. And I lived with them and all these different things. I had gone back. I left again because I wasn't there that long. I left again. I left to San Antonio. So I came back here. Started over, new life, new things. I was gone for a few years. I left right when COVID happened. As soon as they started talking about COVID and came from bats in China, as soon as that happened, everybody got put on furlough. I left. And I was gone until 2021. And I left to go to, I had a bad breakup because I got with someone else. They were a liar, cheater, all these different things. So I was like, okay, I'm done with Texas. I'm done. So I decided to go with my supposed to be best friend. That's another topic. I went to Louisiana because that's where she was moving with her girlfriend, and we were good friends. And I ended up in Shreveport and started working there. Started kind of like making it kind of like my thing while I was down there. And the plan was to come back to San Antonio, but I was like, I'm not going to go back there right now. I'm going to stay here. Like, I have a job. I got promoted at that job. Like, I was doing really good. So it's like, I'm going to stay. I had some great coworkers that I became friends with. And I hadn't gotten back in contact with the previous person I had left abuse-wise. I hadn't gotten in contact, hadn't really seen anything. I kind of just left it alone. It was like an out of sight, out of mind type of thing. And one of my really good friends, one day, I just knew something was off. And I was like, okay, Like I literally see her every day. We always work together. We always take our breaks together. Like we pretty much do everything. And I got home one day. I knew something was weird. She had called me, but I missed the call. I was doing something in the house, and my phone was on the charger, so I missed her call. I tried to call back, no answer. I tried to text, no answer. I didn't know what was going on. And the next morning, me and or my other coworker, because we live together, as soon as we open up social media, it's a shooting in Shreveport. That happened, and it was a domestic violence situation. And it was my friend that was shot 3 times in the neck.
Wow.
By her boyfriend, over a argument. He was apparently already abusive, but nobody knew. And she would come to work smiling. She would come to work like normal, dancing, laughing, happy, all these things. And I was like, oh my gosh, that was me. That could have been me. And that was hard to take in and deal with, knowing that I had already kind of been through something where I was hiding it from people, and oh, no one knows, and oh, I'm gonna brush it under the rug, and the depression, the crying behind closed doors, the not eating, the overeating, the obsessively listening to the same songs over and over again to block things out, to block out memories, to block out stuff that's happened before. Nobody likes to talk about that, which it is hard to talk about that. I didn't want to talk about it for a long time. But I had already like moved on from the other person, was like, okay, I told this person that if things got better, we could see what we could do. We'll see what we could work out. Because I genuinely really cared about that.
First person or the second person?
The first one.
Okay.
So his name is Julian, by the way. I had hopped on Instagram one day. And this is kind of after I've grieved a friend and everything, and hopped on Instagram. Hopped on a little post about this car stuff that be happening in Houston, and Julian's cousin normally be in charge of a lot of that stuff. And he just so happened to be on the live that I was watching, and he had seen that I popped up in there, and that's where I got drawn back in. So I went back again. I left Louisiana, came all the way back to Houston. Tried it again. Things were different in the beginning, actually. Things were very, very different. And actually different in a good way. I was like, okay, we're on the same page about a lot of things. Like, you got a job, you're doing all these different things. You got the house back, like you're doing all this stuff to maintain. And it wasn't until his bad influence of a brother came back from jail, who is also abusive. He was in jail for 13 years for a robbery. And he came back and was just in his ear about everything, how he was treating certain things, how he needs to go back to acting a certain way. I'm in too much of the family business because I'm standing up for minors. I'm standing up for what people are doing to kids or around kids, and I don't play about nobody's kids. I don't care if they don't belong to me. I don't play about children's safety. I don't play about that. I don't care who it is. It could be a stranger. On the way home from Fiesta today, I rolled the window down to my sister's car and told this lady, put your daughter on the inside of the sidewalk. What are you doing? And she was like, you're so right. Exactly. It doesn't matter who it is. Safety is important when it comes to children. And they didn't like that I was doing that. I was getting into too much drama. And that like set him off. That everybody in the family was coming down on him about how I was putting my foot down about things and setting boundaries with things and holding people accountable to things that they should be held accountable for. And he snapped. So we ended up leaving that house. His mom owned the house technically. And she was like, y'all just need to get your own spot, get an apartment. It's whatever. Y'all need to get out of my house. Whole time I'm trying to plan my escape because I can't just leave, because I tried to do that before. And I didn't press charges the first time. That was my first mistake. I didn't press no charges. I just left. It was like, oh, we're just going to sweep it under the rug. So I did have a friend who allowed me to stay with her for a couple of weeks till I could figure out what I was going to do. So her and her mom allowed me to do that. And I'm so grateful for them, because honestly, if it was not for them, I don't know what would have happened. We ended up still doing the apartment thing. But it didn't last very long. We was only there maybe 3 months. And it was just like whatever anger issues he was dealing with, whatever demons, as they say, that he was dealing with that I didn't know, that he was trying to hide and keep hidden and constantly hide them, but they would come back out. and then he'd try to hide them again, and they would come back out at certain times. His pupils would dilate. His eyes would just go just black. It was just so weird. And it was almost like he didn't know what he was doing. Because he would say, he would like look and be like confused at the chaos that he just created. And he didn't even realize he created it until he like snapped back into whatever it was. And it took me that many times to realize that that's what was happening to him. He wasn't even realizing he wasn't himself. There was something else that was happening. I was so seeing the good in him too much to even see that was even taking place. And fear, oh my gosh, fear does a lot to people. Being scared of something does a lot to people. And there was a saying, I had to write it down, because fear can do two things. It can make you forget everything and run, or face everything and rise. That's what fear stands for. And my fear didn't make me like want to turn the other way and leave. It made me stay, like the deer in headlights type thing. Like the deer knows it's in danger, but it's just gonna look and just be stuck and just be frozen, because that's what its fear is doing to it. Versus the fear that's telling it, oh, don't jump in the road because you're gonna get hit. Don't walk across yet because it's gonna run you over. That fear was just not there for me until one day he put a gun to my head. He barricaded me in the bathroom and asked me if I wanted to die. No one could have me if he couldn't have me. I was strangled. I had some type of concussion. My brain was foggy. I had blacked out. He almost broke my hand. I was thrown across the room. The room was just completely destroyed. Completely destroyed. It was terrible. It was absolutely terrible. I don't know what I said to get him to calm down, because that gun was off safety. It was loaded. It could have went off at any time. Part of me wanted to just fumble, grab it, and just try to take it, knowing that it was off safety. I could just turn it and shoot it, but then that could turn into something else. Accidents happen all the time. Things accidentally go off when you're trying to get it. He's bigger than me. He's stronger than me. He just threw me across this room. What makes me think I could take a gun from him? Right? And I was crying. I was panicking. I was sitting on the toilet holding my head, just panicking and freaking out, and a gun just pointed at me. Do you want to die, Angel? Do you want to die? Do you want just constantly hearing that? And the only thing that's replaying in my head is my friend died just like this. I don't get to talk to my friend anymore. I don't get to see her no more because of something just like this. I don't know what words, or I keep telling one of my other friends, like, I swear an angel was speaking for me, because I don't even know what I said to get him to let me out that bathroom, because he was not letting me. He had a bat by the door. He was not letting me out that bathroom at all. And there was no windows, there was no exit, there was no nothing. Just me, the toilet, the bathtub, the sink. That's it. Didn't have my phone. He took it. Couldn't call no one. Couldn't do nothing. He let me out the bathroom after I basically said I was going to do whatever he wanted me to do. And I'm going to listen, and I'll do whatever. I'll do it, just begging and pleading and whatever else. I ended up just spewing out just to get him to let me out. When he let me out, because he was supposed to be at work. When he let me out, he gave me all these different demands and all these different things that I need to do. Make sure you do this. You need to do this. And when I come home, this and this and this and that. He left. When he left, I found my birth certificate. I found my social security card. Fuck the clothes. Don't care. Fuck the clothes. Don't care. Don't care. Where's my ID? Where's my wallet? Where is the things that I need to identify myself? Where are my cards? Where is my phone? My phone charger. That is what I was able to sneak to work the next day, because I'm trying to plan my escape as this is all happening. So I'm texting my friend, I'm deleting stuff. I'm sending pictures of my injuries. I'm deleting stuff, telling them keep it. I'm gonna need it, but I gotta send it and delete it. It was just a lot of thoughts rushing through my head, like, oh my gosh, I need to come back right now. I need to hurry up. Oh wait, I can't go right now. I don't know where this is and I don't know where that is, but I'm running out of time. He's gonna come back. So I didn't sleep. When he came back from work, I was up the whole night while he was catching Z's after he did all what he did. Room still destroyed. Still, I didn't pick up nothing. I didn't touch nothing. I didn't try to clean up what was broken. I didn't try to do anything. I just left it as it was after I hid my important documents in a little folder. I said I was going to work like normal the next day, the day after. And this was January 24th of over a year ago now. I went to work. I called my cousin. I told him I had to tell my job what happened because he knew where I worked and I knew he was going to pop up to see if I was there. And I needed them to know what his car looked like just in case, because he does carry a weapon. I don't know what he's going to do, but I already know now of what he is fully capable of because he did pull that gun on me. The next time he pulls that gun on me, that gun is going to go off. Whether it goes off because I'm making it go off or it goes off because he's shooting me. So I let them know. It was so embarrassing. So embarrassing to go into your job and tell them, oh yeah, the person that's been dropping me off to work and picking me up every day has been whooping my ass straight up and down, front and back, inside and out. And he put a gun to my head. So just in case he shows up here, call the laws. That's so embarrassing to do that. I work with kids. I'm an RBT. I work with autistic children. You know how dangerous it is for them? That's embarrassing to be the person that's bringing that to your job. So I didn't want to be a no call, no show either. So I at least showed my face, told them, I said, I need to go to the police station right now. Like right now. They're like, when did this happen? Are you okay? This just happened a day ago, but I needed time to get my things together so that I could get out of here. But I need to go to the police station. I'm going to have someone come pick me up. So they were like, what's the make and model? I need to see the car, all these things, just in case he shows up while you're gone. My cousin came and picked me up. I called my ghetto cousin because she carries and she's licensed to carry. And she don't look like a lady, if you know what I'm saying. She one of them type of studs where it's like, is that a nigga? It's kind of one of those types of things like, that looks like a nigga, but it's not a nigga. She brought her brother with her. And they took me to the police station. They walked through everything with me. The only thing they couldn't do was go into the room where I was making my report. And I'm so proud of myself for doing that because, man, the emotions that comes with doing the right fucking thing. I wanted to walk out. I wanted to throw up. I wanted to lay down. I wanted to eat something. I wanted to drink. I wanted water. I didn't want water. I wanted to hug somebody. I wanted to push people away. I wanted to cry. I wanted to scream. I wanted to say, just fuck it. I wanted to go back because I'm like, oh my gosh, what's going to happen? But I stayed there in that seat. Even the officer told me, ma'am, calm down, ma'am. It's okay. Ma'am, calm down. He's not going to come in here, ma'am. He's not going to come in here. He's not coming, ma'am. You're amongst police officers, ma'am. You're good. Trying to get me to calm down because I can't go back and get my stuff by myself. I'm just panicking, complete panic. They had to take pictures of my injuries, and that's embarrassing. That's embarrassing too, for them to be like, "Oh, you have a spot right here. I have a still have."
Question real quick.
Go ahead, anytime.
Why do you feel like any of that is embarrassing?
I think, well, it's not embarrassing now, obviously, but I think going through that at the time when people don't know that's what's going on, it feels embarrassing because now I'm exposing it. That's like when people who are drug addicts behind the scenes just meth behind the scenes, and they finally come out about their problem. They're kind of like ashamed of themselves. Like, oh, wow, you know, I mean, nobody knows. Oh my gosh, like you're like the first group of people I've told about this. Are you judging me? Are you calling me stupid in your head?
So what was it that made you get out of the mindset of it being embarrassed?
I think more so because this is a thing that happens all the time. And you don't realize certain things until it happens to you and you go through it yourself. There was things I couldn't speak on in other people's stories where they were going through something similar. I hadn't gone through it yet, so there's certain things I can't touch on.
Okay.
But once I started walking through that path, I was like, oh, wow, this is what somebody was going through. And they was telling me this, but I couldn't speak on it because I wasn't going through it yet. Now I'm going through it. This is actually crazy. Now I'm living out exactly what they were saying.
Okay.
Wow.
So let me ask you a question.
Someone else's reality.
So even through all of this, right, how much therapy have you, talked to like professionals?
Not enough.
Okay.
I don't think it's ever going to be enough. But when I pressed charges, we'll fast forward. I pressed charges. He went to jail. He was gone. He ran from the police for 2 weeks. So I was on edge and paranoid for 2 weeks because he ran from our apartment. When I went back to that apartment to get my things, he had neighbors watching to let him know when I got back. I wasn't supposed to be there. I was supposed to be at work, and he was supposed to be picking me up. The police never came to escort me like I asked. So my cousin and her brother did, and he came home while I was upstairs. I had them parked in the parking lot facing either way so she could see if he came home. As soon as I got there, 5 minutes later, here he comes, and he's supposed to be on the way to come pick me up from work because that's the last place he dropped me off, and he thinks I'm still there, but somebody told him I showed up. And I'm upstairs in the apartment with them on the phone so they could let me know, like walkie-talkie, basically over and out. And they're like, hey, he's here. He just pulled up. Does he have your location? I said, no, everything's turned off. Okay, well, he's on the phone with somebody, one of your neighbors. He cool with the neighbors? I said, yeah, he cool with all these neighbors. He said, we did everybody over here. Okay, so he's talking to one of the neighbors because he just pulled up over here. Isn't he supposed to be picking you up from work? I said, yeah. They're like, get your ass downstairs now. When I say all the stuff I was trying to throw in bags, I threw it up in the air, hit one of my cats in the head with one of the bags, jumped down an entire flight of stairs. Don't know how I did it. Don't know. I was picked up, dropped at the end of the stairs because I heard he's here, and I immediately started to panic. When you start panicking, you almost hurt yourself. That's basically what was happening. I was panicking, like if I injure myself trying to get out of here, at least I'm getting out of here. And it is a good thing that I went down them stairs because he met me right at the bottom, right as I was coming around the corner. And I made sure I came out where they could see where they were parked, and they got out the car. And he just started to blow up. He didn't know that there was somebody watching. He started to blow up. As soon as he seen that they were there, oh, you got your people, what you did? Angel, I knew you was trying to do this. I knew you was just hysterical. I didn't want to go up the stairs. He was trying to make me go up the stairs first. I was like, no, you can go first. They're coming with me to get my things. I'm going to get my things peacefully, and I'm leaving. And I did exactly that with their help. And you asked me a question, and I was getting to the story to get to that part. You asked me a question besides the mental.
I asked you 3 questions. So the first one was about the embarrassment, and then I asked you about the last one was about therapy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No, either one of those.
I didn't answer the therapy one.
Well, you said not enough.
Yeah, not
enough.
After coming out of that and pressing, that's where I was getting to. Press the charges. The police station had some resources for me. Mm-hmm. One of the resources was some therapy that they had paid for, I guess, or whatever program that they had in San Antonio. I wasn't able to go back to that apartment, so they paid for me to get another apartment. They paid for that for me to move into another one. The therapy that they gave me was like, I think maybe 5 sessions, I think. Okay. But the therapy that was given, although grateful for it, I just felt like I was just talking. And the therapy that works best for me is, which I'm still kind of on the hunt for, kind of, which I was actually talking to Nate about this, is creative therapy.
Say it again. What type?
Creative therapy.
Okay.
I know some people who are watching probably don't know what that is, but creative therapy is like, while you're expressing, because that's what therapy is. You're expressing things, you're talking things out, right? To find solutions and how to cope and all those different things. But while you're doing it, I'm painting. While we're doing it, we're doing a Lego set. While we're doing it, we're creating something out of paper mache. We're crocheting. We're doing a cardboard house. I don't know. We're doing something creative while we're speaking on those things, because I've noticed with myself, when I'm doing something creative and I'm expressing things, it comes out in what I create. So I have a very visual, very, very visual representation of how I'm feeling about whatever the situation we're talking about. It literally helps me express and see. I'm a journaler. I love to journal. I have journals that go back 7, 8, 9, 10 years. Still have them. They're in storage. Some of it involves stuff from when I was running away, when I was dealing with the adopted family, things like that. That's in there as well. So that was kind of like my escape. And I'm a very artistic, crafty type of person. So I need that to be implemented into my therapy, and not all therapists do it. Not all therapists have that as an option. So yes, not enough therapy.
Yeah. So at some point, did you ever blame yourself? Were you ever hard on yourself?
Oh, absolutely. Oh my gosh. I think that's another thing that people don't really talk about as much either, is beating yourself up. Oh, I should have known better. Oh, I shouldn't have done this. Had I not done this, he would have never threatened my friend and her family. He would have never did this. He would have never did that. I would have been able to enjoy my birthday. I would have been able to do this. I would have been able to be around my family, because while I was with that person, I could only be friends with specific people. I could only talk to specific people at specific times. I had to be friends with people behind the scenes, and he didn't want me to talk to no family members at all. Narcissistic, everything.
I appreciate you sharing your story. Like I can't imagine one way or the other being on either side of it. And listening to you express, right? I mean, it breaks my heart, in such a way. I remember growing up, and my mother, my little sister's father, he was real abusive. So I witnessed it from a child's perspective. And it was from the age of, I probably was about 3 years old till about 7 or 8 years old. So real impactful years in my life. So hearing your story, it does something to my heart, So I appreciate you sharing that. TK, Nate, y'all have any questions, any comments, responses? Y'all quiet.
That's a lot to take in.
So, because I was listening, I was tuned in, and I'm like, "Ooh, this baby went through too much."
Yes,
that's a lot. So, with you having experiences at the level of abuse, especially in domestic violence, how hard is it for you to date now?
Oh,
that's a good question.
Hey, because this a different dating time these days. So dating is
man. So I've only gotten in one relationship since then, and that's been almost 2 years ago fully.
Okay.
Have not been in one since.
So you're just chilling right now?
Oh, chilling like a villain. But I think the other thing is, like, coming out of that, there is so many things that opened up for me. There were so many opportunities that opened up for me after leaving and getting the resources that I got. And it only came from leaving and pressing charges and getting justice, because he went to jail. He got charged the charges, and he got bailed out of jail. But he only did, I think he did like probation or something for like 6 months. I was mad at 6 months. I was mad. I was so upset. I was like, that's not fair. He did all this stuff. They know this. They have proof of it. That's crazy. But I took it. I made peace with it. It's better than nothing. Some people don't even get that. So I kind of left it at that. But I got in one relationship. It was an older person. It just didn't work out. And I haven't been doing anything since. So but I've been doing a lot of like building myself. So I like started taking things more seriously. So my lock business, my baby, I started that back up. I started doing that and taking that more seriously and actually like hitting the ground running with it. I just started a new job at the children's hospital, so I'm working my way through that. Yeah, like a lot of things
Yes.
I've been able to open up. I left Houston, came back here, have been able to, after being with family for 3 months, because I only was giving myself 3 months to live in the family house. And I was like, okay, yeah, I'm packing it. And on December 1st, which marked the third month, I moved into where I am now. And I just signed my lease. After 6 months, I signed it again for a year.
That is
Um,
nice.
yes, clock it, y'all, clock it. So I just kind of like the dating. I have dibbled and dabbled, but it's just not. It's not what I'm looking for. It's a lot of,
Mm.
oh, I got options. Oh, I can talk to 10 people. Oh, I can. So I'm just kind of like,
They're
oh,
not really options though.
they're not options, but people pick them, and I'm not going to be one of them. So it's been kind of
Yeah,
interesting, but I don't think people talk
understood.
enough about how abuse and what you come from makes you, again, back to fear. I'm scared. I'm
Yeah.
scared to go into a relationship. I'm terrified because I'm like, oh, wait, people be
Anything that
hiding stuff.
looks.
Wait a minute. I'm seeing signs, like even in the talking phases that I've had, I'm like, oh, you look
Mhm.
abusive. Oh, you're taking too much initiative. You're trying to do something. Like I'm just completely like terrified.
Yeah.
And I want to encourage you to take your time, figure all these things out. Um, it's fair to you and it's fair to whoever you wind up dating or whatever the case is. It's only fair to be patient. That's the reason why I asked you about the therapy. I was kind of, as you were speaking, I was creating a timeline in my mind, and some of these things was kind of close together. So that's why I asked that question. That was a good question too, TK. Nate, you got anything you want to say, little mama?
Uh, it's just so crazy just how much her story resonates with me.
Mhm.
So crazy. But I'm very, very proud of you for getting out of that and noticing the signs. I'm very, very proud of you and I love you.
Oh, stop! I'm gonna start crying.
Baby ass, y'all not finna have me up here doing this today.
Man, say I
Hold
hear
on,
it
hold
all in her
on.
voice. I'm side eyeing her
I
like
gotta turn
right
my
now, like
camera
yeah,
off real
bring
quick. Let's
your
pull
water.
myself together. I think I'm cute. There it is.
Don't
I'm
do
back.
it. Don't do it.
Um,
Yeah, don't
and,
do it.
and not at all making
Um,
light of your situation. And again, I'm sorry, TK. Go ahead.
no, go ahead. Finish what you
Not
want
at
to
all
say.
making light
Because
of
you
your
know you got
situation. Like I said, as you was talking, I felt the well up because I can see my mother. It was, anyways. So yeah, I can definitely feel where y'all are coming from. Nay, I know your story already. That's why I was pressing TK to get you to sit up here. It just helps us to know that it's not an isolated situation, right? And we have people that we can talk to. There are resources, and then for the people listening, that may be in a situation that may be being quiet, right? There's resources. There's people
Mhm.
that can relate. So again, thank y'all for sharing y'all story, man. Yeah, oh man, I almost think we should have had a professional on here with us.
Yeah.
Just
Oh
listening.
Lord.
No, for real. Like, we have a house therapist that comes on and helps us navigate certain conversations. I think that's real important. Um,
Yeah.
yeah.
but,
I
but
was
we'll talk about that later on. So, any
I
other
just
questions?
got to have like a full circle moment because I'm like, that's what I was saying in the beginning to you when you were like,
Mhm.
um are you okay with questions and things like that? And I was like, my story is obviously meant to be shared because I just helped a childhood. She used to babysit me and my brother. She's almost 40. And she has been in this relationship with this person for a little while. And I have started to hear more about the abusive stuff that's happened. And it finally took that turn. And I just walked her through calling the police. I walked her through what to tell them as far as make sure you tell them everything, make sure you show them the proof of everything. I walked her through They have resources. I walked her through, they'll help you find housing. I walked her through all of the different things that San Antonio and Houston PD have access to. The ring camera for your safety. She got that ring camera. She got her rent helped with. She got her gift cards to help her with things that she had missed out on or he destroyed. Um, she pressed those charges. She did everything that she was supposed to do, and I'm so glad I got to walk. Grown woman, grown, like no kids or anything, but I mean, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Doing her big one, doing her thing, and me, who's walked it before her, younger, but still walked it before her, went through the whole process of the charges and the waiting game and the paranoia and all, walked her through it, and she did it from start to finish.
Well, let me ask you
And
this
I love
question.
that. Yeah, I definitely love that because I was having a conversation the other day with a younger person that is younger than me, and they were talking about how the younger people can actually help the older people because sometimes even though they're older, there's things that they have not experienced, or
Right.
sometimes you get in a space of, man, I'm such and such year old, I can't believe I'm experiencing this, or I'm going through this, and they don't know, they trying to process it and
Yeah.
understand, and they're wondering, how did I get here?
Yeah.
And sometimes it takes somebody, it's always going to take somebody that's been through something to help somebody else that's going through. That's just
Yeah.
one of those things. And that's one of those things that, like, you've brought a whole different understanding because you're telling people, hey, if you do this and this and this, they have these resources. I was unaware of the resources that they had,
Mm,
helping you with the housing, ring camera, all these things, helping you to purchase things that you need. I've never heard this before. So this is new. And I'm sure I'm not the only person that's heard this information because it may be somebody watching this
yeah.
that needed this information,
Yeah.
and being able to see you live and speaking on it is probably just that push that somebody else needs to leave, to help to leave out of their situation.
Hmm.
And I want to say something. I want to encourage you real quick, right? Angel, AngelLeah, right? First of all, your name is not Angel by mistake, right? That's first and foremost. Second of all, you was talking about how much you like to write, how much you write. I want
Yeah.
to encourage you to start writing, but this particular story, putting it in a book because you can very well be an advocate for these types of situations for a lot of people, young and old, right? A lot of speaking engagements, a lot of things can come from this more than has already come. I'm talking
Hmm.
about resources, endless resources. These types of conversations, a lot of older people are taught to sweep things under the rug.
The rug. Yeah.
A lot of people are taught, what happens inside here stays inside here, right? And there's a certain generation, your generation, that's beginning to break that by doing what? Speaking, right? So I can assure you, you get this written out, you start taking these speaking engagements, right? People are going to be reaching out to you to come to sell your book and tell your story and advocate.
Oh, I love public speaking. Love it.
There it is. So
Love it.
take that
Love
and
it.
hold on to it and get to writing. Any other questions, y'all?
Definitely,
Notebook.
definitely.
Yeah.
That's what's up. Because definitely, because we like Dee said, in our Black community, so much gets swept under the rug. We like Dee said, what happens in the house stays in the house, or it's that mental play of nobody's gonna help you. And now in this era, everybody is so quick to pull out their phones and start videoing situations instead of helping somebody.
Yeah.
But it's also that double-sided coin where if somebody does help, that could actually backfire on them, and then they're getting injured or they're getting killed from helping, and the person they're trying to help turn on them too. So
Yeah.
there's
Yeah.
that weird side of the coin where people a lot of times don't want to get involved, especially in domestic violence situations, because 9 out of 10
Sure.
somebody's going back, and at a point people like, nah, she keep going back, I ain't helping her no more.
Right.
And then that
Yeah.
help that you had, it's gone. um
Yeah.
and so it's a hard situation. And even like the post where I saw you post, that situation was a situation where it involved kids, and it got to the point where
Oh
somebody
yes,
was
with
trying to
Ty.
help her,
Yeah, Ty's a
and
good
she
friend of mine,
retracted.
and he is going through what it feels like to be the one to help and try to help and try to help and more help, and then more, you don't want it, but I'm still trying to help, and then just the constant pushback. Hearing his perspective, because I messaged him privately and we just had a conversation, and I had to let him know. I said, speaking from experience, you just gonna have to let her figure it out, because
Mhm.
someone had to let me figure it out, and I figured it the fuck out when that gun came out.
Ooh.
It's gonna take
Mhm.
something that
Yeah.
turns left completely before some people figure it out.
Yes.
Unfortunately, it gets out.
Unfortunately, yeah.
It's very sad, and I was almost there, so I had to let him. Hey, don't, you tried. The only thing you can do, as what my people would say, leave the light on. Let them know that they can still come home. You're still here,
Mhm.
but let them come to you.
Yeah.
It gets exhausting.
Yeah, because I know he's very heartbroken, because of two, not only but it being a friend, but being with kids being involved.
Yeah.
So he's very heartbroken. He's very crazy thing. We know him from when he was a little boy.
Who we
Oh,
talking about?
Very little.
Who?
So
Ty.
give me love.
Oh, yeah.
I love
Yeah.
Ty.
Yeah.
Love,
Yes.
love, love, love Ty.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Been
Yes.
knowing
So we
that
know him
since he was a
from when
baby.
he was
That's so
literally,
Wow.
literally a baby.
Small world.
So, but he has such a big heart. Like
Mhm.
I see his posts. We're friends on Facebook as well, and I see a lot of his posts. And he has the biggest heart. And it's just, you can see his heart breaking with the post that he has posted. But he's determined to get get her help and hopefully rescue her. Um,
Right.
and even on that post, I saw so many other women
Yes. A
that
lot.
were going
Mhm.
through or have been through the same situation. And I was like, oh my God. I was like, I'm going with number one first because I know who she is. Let me go and message her. But I was actually reach out to a few if you said no, because I was like, somebody got to tell their story. Like,
Right.
is somebody out there that needs some help or some guidance, and they're thinking, okay, if I leave, where am I going?
Mhm.
What shelter, what's it going to be like in a shelter? Is a shelter, am I going to be able to make it through in a shelter? Like, they're thinking there's no resources to a point of, if I
Yeah.
leave, I'm going to have nothing. I'm going to be on the street. I'm going to be broke. And a lot of times, just those little things are enough to make somebody stay in that situation.
Fear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Nate, I know a little bit about your story, but not like your story, right? What was it that made you finally say, all right, I'm done?
Mm, it would probably have to be the day that he shook the shit out of me. Like, actually took me, shook the shit out of me. I almost thought he broke my neck because he shook me so hard. And it was in that moment, and I'm like, it's not supposed to be like this. It can't be
Mm-mm.
like this. It's not supposed to. And that was my moment where I was like, I can't. Granted, it was really, really hard for me to leave. But I'm glad that I left because I couldn't imagine where I'd be right now.
I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
Proud of
There's a
you.
big part of me that wish I would not have asked that question. So give me just a moment.
Okay.
Oh, oh Lord, I'm all
Um,
to cry.
Yeah, he's like I said, that's been my best friend since I was 14. So for my kids, that's uncle. And
Yeah.
he's protective over his niece and his nephew. Me as well, but he's
mhm,
very protective. So and he's
very.
a big sensitive. He is.
That's
He's
okay.
sensitive.
These are very real and very sensitive topics that
That
are happening
Very
Yeah.
much. Very
a
much.
lot.
And these
Like
are the
coming out.
conversations that need to be had, especially amongst our community, because people are so quick to hide under a rock instead of speaking out. And so many people believe or at times feel that they're by themselves or they're going through things by themselves.
Yes.
Um,
Yeah. I felt like I was by
Nay has
myself.
been exactly. Nay has been on the podcast as a co-host with me a few times. Um, and
us, with
I
us a
am,
few
as her
times.
mother, I am
Us,
proud.
with us a few
I am
times.
proud of her because I know how my child is,
Mhm.
but I love that in these spaces, she is starting to speak more about the things that she has gone through. Because my child has hid things from me. So it's only been in a later space where she has actually started to tell me certain things that she's gone through. I don't know. I guess she was trying to save me from jail time. I don't know. Um, but she's getting to this point to where she's having a voice. And the
Yes.
things that she's speaking are things that are necessary in life to speak about because it's so big.
Yeah.
She came on before and told her story uh, about suicide. Many people didn't know about that, but she spoke on it. And even a couple of weeks ago, she spoke to um, a younger female about her suicide attempt as well and was able to speak on that. So her story is also one of those that is able to help somebody that feel like they can't talk to nobody. Because a lot of times family and black families are not easy to talk to about certain situations. Even in
Mhm.
this space of the domestic violence, I was aware of some things, but I wasn't aware of everything, along with other people. Because, yeah, we probably would have been ready to ride out. So I think she tried to save her mama really from going to jail in a lot of spaces, along with some other people. But I'm proud of you for having a voice because I know how quiet you can be and you don't like talking in front of people. So I am proud of you as well. Um,
Thank you.
but this is definitely what this podcast is about and what it's for, to give people that don't have a voice, because a lot of times we can be speaking to friends, family, co-workers, and what we're saying falls on deaf ears. People don't hear
Mhm.
you
Shout
until they
out to
get
Navoom.
to
Shout out to Navoom. Need a voice, use mine. That's what Navoom stands for. Michael and Pamela
it. Okay.
Bankston's
I like that.
profit that they have for speaking out, using their voice when other people feel like they don't have one. Shout out to Navoom. If Navoom sees this on YouTube, yeah.
Keep up the great work,
Since
my
you didn't
people.
want somebody to know about it. I think
Wait,
you
what?
should send him
What?
this after the fact.
What?
I think you
What you
should
say?
send this to him after the fact
Oh, okay, okay,
because both of his babies is on here.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think
Very
this would
good.
actually put a smile on his face. Actually, it would probably piss him off too, but it'll put a smile on his face as well. Um,
You
because
can't win
I know
both.
how. No,
Yeah.
because I know how he is. I know how he is. So
Mhm.
yes, but I as y'all being young Black women, I am proud of both of y'all. I watch AngelLeah. I watch you with your posts and moves you're making, your business and stuff like that. I think that's it's a beautiful thing. To be coming out. When I think about y'all, I think about the rose that grew in concrete because
Mm.
the concrete is hard to come through. You going through some journeys in life to in order to break through that concrete for something beautiful to come out of it. So I love that for y'all. I love y'all. I am proud of y'all. And for the journey that y'all are on with being advocates from the things that y'all have experienced to hopefully even not only help y'all's age group, because usually some of y'all's age group is like, therapy. Older people definitely. They be like, ain't nobody going to therapy. Ain't nobody finna go sit on no couch. Baby, point me to a couch. Watch me lay down.
Now I kind of understand the couch thing. I understand. I think everybody needs to find a therapy that works for them to
It's for
help them
them.
express. But yes, to therapy.
Agree.
But find
Agree.
what
Definitely
works
yes to therapy.
with your zen, with your vibe, with how you express things. Some people don't want to talk; they just want to be listened to. If that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Because I ain't gonna lie, you got me interested about the little artsy little therapy. I was
Creative
like,
therapy.
oh,
Oh,
is that
yes.
bad?
I do like. I like. So I
Okay.
used to. Okay, I'll just give like a little bit of help for your imagination. I used to walk around collecting beer bottle caps, and
Mm-hmm.
if I can find in the storage, I think Pam still has it in her storage. But I would collect them over time, and I would get picture frames, like old picture frames, and I would paint them, and I would get some like cute paper from like Hobby Lobby or whatever, where it's all these different floral prints or whatever the print needed to be to match the vibe or the color that I was trying to do. And I would take the first letter of everyone, whoever's name I was using, and I would paint the bottle caps the color that they wanted or whatever color I was feeling with matching whatever I picked, whatever I felt in the moment. And I would glue them together in the shape of the letter after they were painted, and I would put them in the picture. The paper would be in the picture frame, and then I would place the letter that I created in the picture frame, and then it would be a gift at that point. But I felt
Okay.
good making it. I felt good expressing. Nobody told me what color. Nobody told me, what paper. It was just going with how I was feeling. This is what I want to do. This is how we're going with pink. We're doing this floral. I made one for Charisma. Hers was blue and like different, had a little bow, like had all cute stuff. And then we're able to hang it up and put it up on the wall. I used to crochet. I used to do all kinds of things. And whenever I would get upset about something, I always had some paint. Whew, huh. You would find paint somewhere on me somewhere because I was always painting something, and I would come back to it. I'm like, I don't know what I'm gonna put. I don't know what's gonna go right here. I'd be gone for the day or whatever it is that I practice for volleyball or whatever. Something would happen. I come back. I know what I'm painting now. Just to kind of just express and get it out with however I was feeling in that moment in that
I
time.
mean, I got some space on my wall. My name starts with a D.
Oh Lord Jesus.
I mean, it's called inspiration. Inspiration.
Lord. Like I said, pray for me, Lord. Pray for me. Pray
Pray
for
for
me.
me.
Okay. Well, so we do this thing, of course, at the end of our show, where we allow everybody to have an outro and say whatever they want to say. Like you said, promoting your business, something inspirational, whatever that is that you feel like you want to say. We're gonna give you the floor to let you say that, ma'am.
Oh, me? Okay, awesome.
Yes, ma'am.
So I don't know how to really do an outro, but thank you guys for watching. I hope something in my story spoke to you. There is a lot of details missing, but if there's anything that anybody wants to ask me privately or separately, or maybe ask them to put me on another episode for some more stuff, please reach out to everyone. My Instagram for my hair business is Living Locked by AJ. The Locked has 2 C's in it. The last thing I will probably say is know what type of fear is going to move you where you need to move. Is it the fear that is going to make you forget everything and run, or is it the fear that's going to make you face everything and rise?
I love
Leave that on the shirt.
I like that.
Yes, for real. We'll have to check that out. Try and get that on some shirts for real, for real.
Check
And you
it.
know,
Oh,
It's
Hey,
not
to
my
be more-
saying. It's not my
Don't
saying. It was something that was said to me in my situation, and it just has stuck with me. Okay.
you know, I'm already plotting on it, right, T?
Period.
oh, okay, because you see, I was like, so you over there, shirt maker? Can't wear that on no pullover right now because it's hot. Texas gonna be oven hot. Might need that on a tank.
Now, you got an
Yeah, we
outro
sweating.
for us? Anything you want to share with the peoples?
What do I got? Of course, always be safe. Love should never hurt, ever. And if it does, get help if needed. Reach out to somebody. Somebody should be able to help. But yeah, always take care of yourself. Love yourself, because nobody else is gonna do it for you.
Period.
I like it. I just love you, Nay.
I love you too.
Love you too, cousin.
I love
There you
you
go.
more.
Right.
First and foremost, again, I appreciate y'all for sharing y'all story. And I want to again reiterate, I want to encourage to talk, to seek help. There are resources. Reach out to people. If you know anyone, tell them about the resources, tell them about the help that's out there available. This has been great. So as far as me, you can follow me on all social media sites, Dee-J, Uncle Life, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, Snap. That's my handle. Be on the lookout, Uncle Life Apparel. You know, it's in the making. It's about to get launched. Also, I got these 2 books that are about to be launched. So be on the lookout for those books. I got some awesome stuff that we're working on. If you follow this, if you are watching this episode, please share it with somebody that may can benefit from it. Like, share, and subscribe to this page. Support. Also, if you would like to be a guest, reach out to one of us. Yeah. We got some great things coming up. So, yep. Appreciate the love and support. And again, y'all know how I do. Let me put my glasses on real quick.
Oh Lord.
Oh Lord.
Lord have mercy. I'm the only one who don't got glasses. Oh my God.
You can borrow mine. Yeah, there you go. And also,
and the crazy part, he can't see out of them.
I can see nothing.
It don't look like he can see out of
The
them.
other ones is thick though.
Oh, you can see out of them.
Yeah.
Mhm. What am I thinking?
See
Right
out
here.
He can see the next 10 years. And
You
no,
are
I'm thinking
thinking
what
that. Oh, okay, yeah. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I hit that by the reflex. I got you. TK, talk to us.
Give her a
oh my
second.
gosh.
Give her a second.
So again, thank you, ladies, for being on here tonight. AngelLeah, you will be coming back for another episode. You didn't already introduce yourself to about 2 more
Yeah.
episodes that didn't cross the mind. Because
Yeah,
we
we're
have
another
had an
Momo.
episode on
The best friends.
really this nut.
I'm sorry. I got the moo on. What the hell? What
I
you
told
gonna
her.
say?
I told her.
You know I was gonna say it's, I'm
Best
sorry.
I just
friends?
can't do what you.
Yeah, sorry.
Best friends. That's the next one.
Yeah, we've been.
That's
Sorry.
that's an interesting one. That's an interesting one right there.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, we've been having that episode for a long time. We ain't had it yet, but I don't know. Like I said, sometime I'm pretty sure he my ticket in heaven, though. I'm sure that's why I ended up in this situation. But yes, things. So yes, AngelLeah, you be coming back. We have had a topic before with kids being lost in the foster care system, but not actually. It was a caseworker that we had on before. We've never actually had anyone that's been in the foster care system. So that yes, yes, ma'am. So we're going and set that one up too.
I'll get my notes ready for that
But
one.
if you are in a situation of domestic violence, reach out to somebody, find help. Um, I know a lot of times people be like, I don't want people in my business, but there are situations where you need to have people in your business because them people is probably who can help you get out of your situation. A lot of times, yeah, some people stay too long. Um, and like you said, fear will definitely keep you in some spaces and places that you shouldn't have never been in. So definitely get out. If you have to make an exit plan, make your exit plan. Just don't make your exit plan be a long time. Because, like they said, we on here for a short time, not a long time. Um, there was a post
It's
that
a
I
good
posted
time, not a
today,
long
and I
time.
posted it. Yeah, you know what I meant. Hush your face.
I know what you said.
Anyway, there was a topic I posted today. You know what? You about to get a knuckle sandwich through this screen, okay? And it was actually supposed to be for yesterday, but I thought it was more fitting for today. It says you're allowed to outgrow the version of you that tolerated too much.
Hold
Growth
on, wait,
is not
wait,
betrayal.
wait. You say it
Say that
again.
one more time.
You're
You're allowed.
allowed
Mm-hmm.
to outgrow
Mm-hmm.
the version of you that tolerated too much.
I like that.
I do too.
Wow.
Because a lot of times we feel like we're in this situation and we can't get out, and there's no growth if we leave it, where some people will be stagnant in their situations. But as you are growing and healing, um, you grow out of things. That's even like a plant. A plant is gonna come out the dirt because it's growing. It's finna experience a whole different transformation in life. It's not gonna stay where it was. So, and if you get around good people, them good people go water you and watch you to grow and encourage you as well. They will be great support.
And I've been watering you for
So
35 years.
see what I be talking about right
When
here.
you're
See,
boxing.
this that part. That part.
Oh
This is
my
where
god.
you just gotta put some other kind of dirt in the pot next to you and like some little fertilizer weed killer. And just flick some over in the next pot. Yeah. Goodness, boy, I tell you. So if you have not, please like, share, as well as subscribe
Yes.
on YouTube and all our other things. Y'all are able to listen in. They're hustling on the job. Go ahead and go to Spotify, fill up Space Chronicles of the Black Sheep, or YouTube, Amazon, Pandora, all those things. So just put your little buddy and go on and listen to the show. Catch up on a couple of them. Because it was funny when I told her I had a podcast she didn't know. And she was like, what? Craziest thing. She pulled up one of the funniest episodes of one of my favorite episodes. And it was the hobosexual episode.
The shirt was hilarious. The shirt was hilarious.
Out of all the episodes.
The shirt.
All the episodes.
The shirt. Okay. The shirt. That's all I'm gonna say.
I have to go back and rewatch that one.
That one was fun tea.
Yeah. And when I told her, she said, "Oh, I'm watching the hobo." I said, "Girl, out of all the episodes, you found the homosexual episode."
And I was scrolling for a minute. I was like, okay, let me scroll back up.
That's like 3 years, I think like 3 years ago. Yes. That was one of my favorites. One of my favorites. So yes, definitely. So yes, so y'all do that. But I thank you, AngelLeah, and I thank you, Nate, for being on with us tonight. I thank you for everybody that watches and supports as always. Much love. I hope y'all have a safe and prosperous week coming up. And on that note, we are out.
Don't
Oh,
leave
go
yet.
see the Michael Jackson movie.
Don't leave yet. Give us a
Bye.
couple minutes.
Yeah.
Give us a couple of minutes, though.
All right.
Don't leave yet.
Don't leave yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, not
Go
yet.
put, no, don't leave yet. We're gonna pull you back up after we end.
Oh.
All right, we out.
Yeah, what's up with it? Do it cause I love it and I stuck with it. We ain't with the subbing in the cut with it. Please none of the talks, I heard enough of it. Like, what you gonna do? Where you at? Who you with? You ain't really about this. Don't talk about it. Really on the move.